So yesterday we learned about image types. So in HTML we discussed about what are the various image formats. What are the various image formats we learned. So yesterday I given overview on all image formats which are used in web, and we discussed detailedly that in which situation which format of image can be used as per the standards, right? So what are the regular formats of images supported? We have JPG, PNG, so GIF, PNG, JPG, JPEG, these two belongs to same family. Yeah? JPEG, PNG and APNG, GIF, and we have ICO, we have bitmaps, we have TIFF, and we have WebP. And what is XML format image? SVG. SVG is an XML format, right? Right. These are all various image formats. Now, next important, after understanding the various formats and when to use them, yesterday already given that. Now we have to learn how to embed images in web page. How to embed images in web page. Embed is nothing but integrating them, making it as a part of web page. To embed image in web page, we have HTML provides IMG. It provides IMG. So this is an image element. To embed images into page, HTML provides IMG element to embed images into page. Now it is a void element. Void element means it doesn't require an end tag. So image attributes, we have so many important attributes. What are the image attributes available and how to use them? What is the purpose for those attributes? First, important in the image attributes, we usually have alt. Alt is nothing but it defines the alternative text to display when image fails to load. While working with images, the first important option is alt. Alt indicates the alternative text to display when image fails to load. Actually, images, one problem is images will take more time to load, will take more buffer to load, and they may be infected with viruses. That is the reason browser gives a facility to block images. So many times, if your browser is unable to show images, there are so many reasons. Your internet connection is not good, or sometimes your internet connection is good, but browser may block images. You see, for example, here, let's create one page. I will give image demo.html. Let's create some HTML page. And here I will say images. Now in this, we will put an image here, img. Now img is an empty one. It is a void element. It will not show anything. Now generally in the browser, even you put image, sometimes browser cannot show image. So how you see, currently I am using edge browser. You can open edge:/settings. This is edge settings. If it is Chrome, you can open Chrome settings, edge settings, Chrome settings. In this settings, we will search for images. I will search for images in the settings, and I will find here some options. You see, images option is there. In that images option, show all recommended, but you can block images. That means you can block images here. You can turn off. Then while using internet now, photos will never load. Pictures will not open. So generally, when people are using internet, technical people and ordinary people, lot of difference is there. Technical people, they save a lot of data by enabling some features which consume data. Ordinary people who don't know anything about those techniques, they simply just open websites and they complain that suppose these days mobiles are giving 1 GB, 2 GB like per day. You open 1-2 websites and say data finished, right? Then you will have a complaint that I just opened only one site, data is finished. But you don't know that that site contains lot of things that background data consumed. Mostly images will be like that. Suppose I am watching a website. In that website, only text content is important for me. But along with text content, lot of images also there. They are also loading. It is waste for me. It will take more time. It will consume more data also. Then what I do is, I go to my browser settings, turn off images. Then images will never load. When I turn off images, then images are not going to load. Images will never load. Only text content will load. That is settings actually. So if image is not loading, then instead of, I am blocking images here. So we are blocking images. If images are blocked, they are not displayed, then what you can do is, here we can put for image, we can put an alternate text. We can just write alt. Alt indicates alternate text. Alternate text means the text to display when image is unable to load. Suppose I will put here as some image, banner will load. Like that I am defining, banner will load. And you can see the text will come. Banner will load. This is called alternate text. This text will display when image is unable to load or image is blocked. Currently in our browser, image is blocked. Remember, if image is not blocked, image will come. If image is blocked, alternate text will come. How to display images? To display images, we have another attribute. To set image, we have to use src. It defines the virtual path. It defines the virtual path for image. Source, from where the path comes. Already I told you that we should not use any physical path. We have to use only virtual. So it defines the virtual path for image. Virtual path for image. So we have to display some image. Already I told you here. In images, So in our public images folder, there is some image. We will put some images. Reveal in Explorer and open the images folder and copy some images here. In my computer, I have some images. I will copy those images here. Some images are there. I will copy some images. Okay. And paste those images. Some images I'm using. Already I told you that download, copy and put the images. So in your images folder, here I am using the attribute. What is it? SRC. It is present in which folder? Images. In images folder, we have some images. Suppose I am using some jacket JPG. You can see that image is not there. Why? Because I blocked images. So when I blocked images, image cannot display. Now allow images. I am turning on images. Now image will come. That means if you blocked images due to some technical reasons, image is unable to load, then instead of image, we can put some alternative text. Alternative text will be displayed only when image is not loading. Right? So alternate text will not display every time. It defines text to display when image fails to load. If image loads, then there is no alternate text. When image loads, there will be no alternate text. So we have SRC is used to set the image. Syntactically, how do we write? Image source some images slash pic dot some JPG or something. And we have alt. So the text. So here some alternative text, alternate text, something like this we are giving. So while working with images, one is alt, another one is SRC. So alternative text, how we can define the alternate text and image. This alternate text will be displayed when image is blocked on your browser. I am blocking the images on my browser and refresh, alternate text will come. That is the intention of alternate text, right? How we can display images. These are two important basic things. Alt and SRC. We have another, that is title. Title, it defines the screen tip to display when mouse pointer is over image. Title indicates the title to display when mouse pointer is over image. It is over image. That means generally we call these as you call as screen tips. These are called screen tip. Already I given that. We call them as screen tips. For example, see here. I am giving here. So alternate text is, this is some fig 1.1, something like this. And here I will put title. Title, I am giving some text 50% off on winter wear. Like this I am defining. Now usually what happens when I move the mouse onto image, that will come. That means when we are moving the mouse onto image, the tip will come. You can see when mouse is moved onto it, the tip will be displayed there. You cannot change size, you cannot change font, you cannot change the tip appearance. For that you need to use JavaScript Bootstrap. For that is standard. So you cannot change its background colors, foreground colors, font size, anything. So anything you have to change, you have to do that by using JavaScript and Bootstrap options. Later you will see them. Initially, what is the screen tip to display? That we do by using title. Alternate text means when image is unable to load. Title means when mouse is over the image. When mouse is over the image, it will display that. So this is another option, title. That is the option title. As I already told you that while using HTML, there is no order for attributes. There is no order for attributes. That means it's not like first alt, second title, third SRC. You can write any attribute anywhere. So these are basic. Order dependency will not be there without order dependency. So we have three options. One is alt, another SRC, another title. You can have simply width and height. Width and height. So it defines the width and height for image in pixels or in percent. In pixels or in percent. Here important is the size defined in percent will make the image fluid, you can say responsive. If you make the size in percent, it makes the image fluid, responsive. So fluid images, responsive images means their size will adjust according to browser. According to the browser, size will adjust. So pixels standard, that means you can define syntactically image. So width is equal to 100. Height is equal to 100. So you can have some SRC and some images, some jacket.jpg. Here you can define in this way also. Image width is equal to 50%. Height is equal to 50%, like this, 50, 40, anything. SRC, whatever SRC you want, you can define. 30, 20, 100, anything you can give percentage. What is difference between percent and pixel is, pixel means fixed size. Percent means it will change according to the device. According to the screen, that size will change. So pixel is fixed actually. Suppose I want to adjust the image size here. I will just give the option width as 300, height also 300. Then the image height and width will be adjusted like this. This is the original size. So what happens is, suppose I'm adjusting, I'm adjusting the width to 700 and height to 400. Now it is adjusted like this. I am changing this window size. I am changing the window size and adjusting the window size. I have to scroll the image. I have to scroll the image because image size is mentioned in pixels. If image size is mentioned in pixels, then when I adjust the window, I need to scroll and see the image. So instead of giving in pixels, I'm giving here in percent, 50% width and 50% height. Then what happens is, image looks like this, and when I am adjusting the width and height, image will adjust. Image will adjust according to width and height. Remember, responsive means already I told you it is about only width, not about height. I reduced the height, then I have to scroll and watch it. Responsiveness is related to width of the window. It will adjust according to the width. That means we will not allow to scroll right. We will allow to scroll only up and down. So the image size adjust according to browser. Your wish. You can give width in percent. You can give height in pixels. Your wish. That means you can keep like this. It's not like you have to give both pixels, both percent according to your requirement. That means now width will be adjusted according to the browser. So if you want fluid images, in many interviews they ask this. Remember this question in interviews, they will ask regularly like how to design fluid or responsive images. First point is what are fluid responsive images? So fluid means fluid or responsive images are defined, just already a given, are defined with the size in percent, defined with size in percent. And what is the specialty about them? They adjust the size according to browser window. They will adjust according to the browser window. So browser window width and height is changing, then automatically this will be changing, right? That's how they do. So image have width and height, right? Next important, for images we have another option, border. Border is nothing but it sets border for image with the specified pixels. And remember, you cannot change border color, border styles and all. They are done by using CSS. We can just put a border color, border styles. If you want to change, you have to do that by using CSS. We can just put border, that's it. So syntactically, we define like this. Image, we have a border, some 1, 2, like this we can define. Width, height, SRC, all these depending on your requirement. It's not mandatory to use all of them. So border will set a border for image. For example, I given 200 width, 200 height. That is the image width and height. And I want some border for that image. Then just I can add a border. Border is equal to some 10. Then you can see the border will be there. With CSS, you can control the size, you can control the color, styles and all. HTML just border. We can just apply the border. Later in CSS, you will know how to control the border. I'm just giving border size, it will get the border size, right? So that is very simple option. We have border. Next, another important attribute, we have align. And it aligns image left or right only. No center alignment for image. Image can be aligned left or right. And what is advantage here? Align allows text wrapping. So I will show you what does that means actually. And there is no center alignment for image. Image can be left or right. But you will see images in center, corner, anywhere that you can control with CSS. With CSS, wherever you want, you can keep. HTML have only two alignments. We have the left alignment and the right. There is no center alignment. And alignment is very important for wrapping actually. For example, see here. Suppose let's take some text. Means I will copy some paragraphs information. Okay, let's copy some paragraph information and put the paragraph here. We have image and paragraph. 1, 2 paragraphs I am copying like this. Now you can see the paragraph is below the image. Now paragraph can be either above image or below. It cannot be beside. You cannot keep paragraph beside image until or unless you give here. See, image is there. Suppose I am removing that image and keeping between the two paragraphs. Then one paragraph above, one paragraph below. So if you want any paragraph or any content beside image, for that, for image, we have to use align. Align left. Already it is left. But again, we have to give left, then only it will wrap the text around it. Otherwise, it will not work. We can use align as right, it will take right. So you cannot have center. There is no center alignment. So, but generally we have a requirement like in the center, I want picture, left side, right side. You can do. CSS can do anything, right? Whatever you see on real-time websites, so you can achieve it, but not directly with HTML. With CSS, combinations are required. HTML have only two alignment, either left or right. Now, when you align, this is called wrapping, text wrapping. Usually when you align, what happens? I will copy one more paragraph here. Now we want some gap between paragraph and the image. If you want the gap between paragraph and image, you can do that by using another option. We have H space and we have V space. So sets horizontal and vertical space. So space between image and text. Horizontal and vertical space between image and text. So syntactically, when you give align is equal to left, we can use V space, that is vertical space, some 20 pixels, and H space is some 10 pixels. Like this you can give horizontal space and vertical space. Horizontal means side, vertical below, right? You can adjust some space between them. Let's see. I am defining here. So image, for image, I will use H space is equal to some 20. V space is equal to some 20. Horizontal, vertical space is adjusted. Now you have some gap here that is adjusted. So you can set space between the text and the paragraph. That is defined by using H space and V space. So mostly when you are wrapping text around, these are the options required. So these are all image related attributes. So image, what are the attributes? Basic attributes are these. Alt means alternate text. Alternate text means if image is unable to load, then it will display text. Why image will not load? So many technical reasons will be there. Sometimes your internet disconnected, then image fails to load. Sometimes browser disabled, then we can put alternate. Which image to display? That we define using src. What is title? Title indicates the text to display when mouse is over the image. Tips like you can display. Height and width you can control using height and width. And border you can set by using border. Alignment and wrapping you can control by using align. Space you can adjust by using head space and views. Actually we do that with padding CSS. By using CSS padding you can adjust that, but actually this is important. These are HTML related options. Now actually image have some advanced attributes. So these are basic attributes. Image have some advanced attributes. These attributes you just listen to them, you cannot try them, because in order to try them you have to learn a lot of technology, server side and other concepts. But later when you learn server side technologies, working with images with server side technologies, these attributes are important. These attributes are very important, right? I will tell you those attributes. You don't need to try, just see them, know about them, later you can use them. First important attribute, advanced attributes, we have an attribute called cross origin. Cross origin. So cross origin. So this is cross origin. Generally cross origin actually it is used to enable CORS. So CORS is nothing but cross origin resource sharing. Cross origin resource sharing. This is CORS. These are very commonly asked question for very experienced people. Even several experienced people even today don't know these attributes are there for images, right? For example, we have a software engineer working in a company like IBM or Wipro or Infosys. He worked in that company for 10 years. In a technology, he worked 10 years in a technology. 10 years in a technology he worked means so many projects he have done and he have good experience and good skills. Now he is changing the company. He is going to some other company. Will that company take him without interview? He is 10 years experience. Will the company take without interview? They will take interview. That means we have questions for him also. Understood? That means what should I ask to a 10 years experience guy? I think he is genius in everything. No, not. He is not. That means we have even questions to a project manager. That means a project manager also have to undergo interview. That means in a software technology, even you work for 100 years, we have still questions on that technology for you. You can't answer because it's like ocean. Every technology, millions of features are available. Out of that, you are learning only what is needed for the current generation. And few you may not learn until or unless you need them. Right? Learning everything is not possible, impossible. That means if you have to learn everything present in HTML, it will take 1 year for HTML minimum to learn everything designed by HTML people, because every option have hundreds of attributes. Then what we are learning only what is needed for the industry. That is the reason even today, after learning technology, people go join companies. They are working after 4-5 years. Still our old students send us email that, sir, in my project I have to do this, so I am unable to handle it. Is there any option in HTML for this? He finished HTML 5 years back. He worked on HTML for 5 years. Now after 5 years he got one doubt. Why? Because now he is working on some new project. In that project, he needs some special option which he never used anywhere. He never used in any of his project in his 5 years experience. Then he don't know, he don't have idea that is it possible to do? If possible, how? Then he will ask that do you suggest anything? Then we will say that so go through this document, you will find solution for this. That means we don't need to teach him. He, because he's already a developer, he can just read the documentation, can understand, he can implement. So many concepts you will have to learn while working on a technology. Everything you cannot learn while learning a course, right? That is the reason many people who know about images in HTML, majority people, they don't know about this cross horizon. The advanced attributes that we are going to discuss now, many people don't know. What is this cross horizon? I will tell you. Actually, here I am using this image. The image is this images jacket.png. Where is this image available currently? It is available in my project folder only. But sometimes we access images from other servers. For example, I will show you. Suppose I want to show some space related photos. You see, NASA have a website, api.nasa.gov. This is official NASA website. And this is official NASA website for software developers, not for general people. For software people, NASA have a separate API website. You will understand working with these APIs when you learn about JavaScript and jQuery. They provide data. They provide some data. Data is nothing but space related. Lot of data is there. Some data is private, some data is public. That means to educate the world about space, they given some data for public. That data you have to use from their servers only, because they can decide when to block you, when to release, when to provide resources and all. Actually, you see, there is an option, browse APIs. These are all data they are providing. Asteroids, Earth, Mars rover photos. When I open this API, you can see Mars rover photos. They will provide a link. When I open this link, this is the data they are providing. Only a JavaScript software engineer can understand this data. And only a JavaScript software engineer can present this data. Minimum JavaScript. If you have learned .NET or you learned Java or you learned other technologies, there you will learn how to work with this data. This is not for anybody who don't know software. NASA is providing this data only for software engineers. Ordinary people can't understand anything of this. But you see here, the data, how to work with this data, you will learn. There is a image source, photo. And see, this is the path of image. I will copy that entire path. I will copy that path. And I am trying to use that path here. That means what I will do is, here I will put another image, IMG. Here I will put width is suppose 100, 200. Height is also 200. And here align I will give as right. And SRC here, SRC is coming from this path. Remember, this is official NASA's server location. This is understood. This is official NASA server location. From there, data is coming. So we are using the data. Now, when anybody is accessing data from other servers, those servers can block you anytime when they want. That means it is not open every time. They will say that today enough. Per day 20 times you can access. They have limit for that. For example, you see here we have to use an attribute called cross origin. Cross origin have two attributes: anonymous, use credentials. Anonymous means anyone can watch. Use credentials means only the people who have a proper user ID and password, they only can open and watch it. Others block. That means if I block images in browser, for everybody images are blocked. I want image in such a way that for few people it should open, for few people it should not. You see here, this NASA website is there. They are providing this free data, but observe here, they are giving an authentication option. They are giving a recover API key, generate API key. These you will learn later. When you are learning JavaScript, you will understand. Authentication means don't allow everybody to access and use this data. Even they copied the data, it will not work. That means even they copied it, it will block. Their server will block it. So that means even you copy without proper permission, you cannot use. You cannot use. Lot of such data is present. That means what does cross origin is used for? You see now, it is blocking. Because why it is blocking? Because I am giving some security na. I am giving security. Cross origin is about security. Without security, nobody can access. Anonymous is also, we need keys. If I don't use this cross origin, then anybody can access. If I don't use the cross origin, anybody can access. If I use cross origin, I can restrict. Certain situations, certain people can access it. And this requires a lot of other options also. That's what I said. You cannot try them until or unless you know some server side interactions, right? Just understand this point. Image with cross origin is used only when image is coming from some other server and you want restriction for that image that anybody cannot open. With proper authentication only they can open. For that you have to use this option called cross origin. Cross origin. You don't need to practice, you don't need to try this. You need to just understand the concept, what it is. So mostly what is the concept here is, it is used for images accessed from remote servers. It is used for images accessed from remote servers. It allows to block and unblock access. It allows to block and unblock access. That means it will have two options here: anonymous and use credentials. Use credentials. These are the two options. That is cross origin. Cross origin. As I told you, you don't need to practice, no need of any syntax. Just theoretically keep that point. Later when situation comes, you will learn, you will use it, right? This is one very important advanced option here. Cross origin. Next option is decoding. Decoding is another important attribute for images. Decoding is another important attribute. Decoding is nothing but actually it defines how image can load along with other content in page. How image can load along with other content on page. It have two options actually, sync and it have async. Sync is blocking and async is unblocking. How image have to load along with other content is decided by using this sync and async. By default, Async is default. Default means by default images are async in nature. You can make sync in nature actually. What is meant by sync async concept here? Just one small point I will show here. See, we have another option for image here we are using. So you see, we have two images and some paragraph is there. Now the question is, while loading images, it will take some time, right? To load images, it will take some time because images have to load from server. Now the question is, while loading images, is this paragraph also loading? Because image loading takes some time because it is occupying more space in memory, it will take time. Is paragraph also loading? That you can decide. That means what you can do is, if you put decoding as sync, if you put decoding as sync, while loading this image, it will block everything else. That means until image is finished, content will not load. That is synchronous. If you use asynchronous, that means it will allow to load other content along with image. This difference you cannot see because currently image is not coming from any another location, server location. That is the reason I said that you can't practice them until or unless you need some server side interactions. So image is in a database, you have to write logic from accessing from the database, showing the screen, it will take time. As of now, you will not see time because your project is not live. When it goes live on internet, then it will show the timing. As of now, you are opening from your computer, immediately everything will open. Right? The timing you can understand once it is going live. So in that situation, this is very important. What is synchronous? Synchronous means blocking. That means it will block all other content. And unblocking is default. That means allow other content. So you can say along with other content. Along with other content, you can load this. That is what actually called decoding. So we have cross origin, we have decoding. These are advanced options. One more, we have an option, importance. We have an importance. It sets priority for image, low, medium, high, and auto. It sets priority for image. That means suppose I may have 10 images, but one image is high priority, that will load first. Another image low priority, that will load later. That means, for example, I have a company banner that should load first. Advertisements later they can load. It's not having much importance. That means you can set importance for images. What you do is actually for one image, I can give importance. Importance I can give as high. For another image, importance I will give as low. High importance image will start loading first. After that, low. Suppose if I give both high or both low, then your browser will decide according to the image location, according to image type, according to image size, according to your internet speed. You can't tell which one will open. If all are having same priority, you can't tell. If two are having same priority, others are having other priority, then out of these two, which one it will decide according to image type, image size, image locations. That is decided. If you put auto, it will decide according to situation. That is actually importance. Importance is nothing but priority for image. Another important option we have, SRC set. It configures a set of images. set of images to display. Now SRC set also we have to learn with CSS combination, not directly works. That means you might have seen so many websites. In many websites, you might have observed when you are watching on desktop or a laptop, some photo is there. And suddenly the same thing you are watching on mobile, then that photo will change into some other. That means when small screens, image is different, large screens, image is different. So you might have observed that some images are changing on mobile and some images are on desktop and laptop. That means in one place you can display several images. That means here SRC is nothing but keeping one image standard. SRC set means image will be changing according to screen width. When you are changing the screen width, image will be changing. We will able to design later. After learning some points, we will learn how to use that. What is the advantage of SRC set? That means it configures set of images to display, and images will change according to viewport. Viewport is nothing but screen width and height. According to screen width and height, images will be changing. That means only one image, but images are different. Only one image element, but images are different. It will be changing the images. That situation will come so many ways. You will see how to handle them. These are all advanced. So forget about these advanced options. Just no need to practice. You can't even practice. These are just to understand. We'll use later. You need to just practice only the basic attributes. So what are the final attributes here? Summary. We have alt, we have SRC, we have title, width, height, V space, vertical space, horizontal space, align, we have border, we have cross origin, we have importance, decoding and SRC set. These are all the image related attributes. These are all image related attributes. Some more are there? Anything? All are there, na? Right. So this is basic. Out of these, some are regularly used, some are later used in various occasions. You will understand them, how to work with them, right? Now we know how do we keep the images, how do we configure and use the images. One more important is, generally in order to use images for website, we should be very cautious. Like generally our websites designing use our own images. We don't download copy images from internet every time, and that is illegal also. While practicing it is okay, but in real world, that means, for example, if I show you here Google, and here I am searching for HTML images. Some HTML images came, or let's say I am searching for some person, some like Sachin Tendulkar, right? Some images came about Sachin Tendulkar. Now the question here is, can I use these images in my website? Not all of them. If you use any of these images directly, their legal copyrights, your website will be blocked, and they can right, you put a case and after 1 year they will come to you, right? They are very fast. Cyber crimes and cyber cases are very fast. You put a case on anybody, just in 1 hour he will be in jail. maximum 1 hour. Anywhere he may be in India. He is from some other country, then it will take time. But if it is from India, maximum 1 hour. Anybody sending you an abusing message, anybody is abusing you through email or through chat or anything, just log a complaint on cybercrime, he will be in jail. He may break his chip, he may destroy his mobile, he will burn or blast his mobile, still they will catch him. Understood? Because now, do you know, our intelligence, means our Indian intelligence is sharing its intelligence with Israel. You know, Israel is the world's top intelligence agency. Our cyber crimes are collaborated with them. You can't underestimate anybody. That means just 5 minutes, they can catch from where you are sending the message. Just 5 minutes. Now these days it became very advanced after Israel took over. So Israel is supporting our cyber intelligence. They are the world's top number 1, right, in intelligence. And they are sharing intelligence with us, cyber related. That is the reason cyber crimes are very strict. Immediately it will be blocked, right? Immediately it will be blocked. Immediately you will be in jail. Do you know cyber crimes are subjected to non-bailable? You will not get bail. For murder also you will get bail. But cyber crimes are subjected to non-bailable. You will never get a bail. No bail for cyber crimes. Right? That is the reason very, very careful in designing websites, posting something, sharing something on internet these days, very strict. Right? You must be very careful. You can't think about how intelligent the cyber security is. So the point here is how I know which image I can use freely without any problem. Do you know? No. You see here, you will find in image search, there is a tools option. When I go to tools option, you see usage rights will come. In that usage rights, you have to select here. You have to select here commercial and other licenses. Commercial and other licenses. You select commercial and other licenses. So it is showing these images. That means only commercial and other licenses images, only these images you can use. Others you cannot. Others you cannot. These are not subjected to any legal rights. But you see now image quality gone. Image quality is not there. This time so many images are not there. Limited. But you select here all licenses. See, hundreds of images will come. These all images we cannot use in our website. They are subjected to that particular company. Copyrights. How you have to know. I will tell you even how you can get a content also. I will show you some tools. You have to learn those tools. In web designing, you can't even copy and paste some paragraph from other website. That is also illegal. That means in some website, some paragraph is there. You copy and paste in your website. It is blocked. Even content also have subjected to copyrights. Not only images. That means suppose somebody have tutorial. You have W3 schools, some website. Na? You copy entire tutorial and put in your website. Immediately it is blocked. In the next second itself, your website will not be working. Why? Because their content also copyrights. You cannot simply copy and use them. You cannot publish them. That is very important. For that, you have to use some tools which you will learn. As of now, images you understood. How do we filter the images which are not subjected to copyrights? Currently, while practicing, no problem. That is the reason. What do you think? Amazon, Flipkart, these all website people, these all images, they haven't copied from Google or somewhere. Their photographers have taken the photos. Their DTP people edited those banners and they provided them. These are not the images they copied from somewhere else. Their own images. Their own images. These are also subjected to copyrights. So you have to know how to filter the images and use them. Okay, you have to understand that concept first. You go to Google image search. In that, go to tools and go to usage rights. There select commercial. Then whatever images are found, you can try them. As of now, while practicing, you can try anything. But in publishing real time, you need to use only which are not having usage rights. Okay, that is how we have to search the images. Now, once you know how to search the images, how to put the images, let's see some designs. Let's see how to create some website designs, how we can use these images and create them. I will show you one sample example today. So many templates we will design now. Today, I will show you how do we create a card design. A simple card design we will create, card design. So card designs are very common in websites. In websites, card designs are very common. We will see today how to design a card design. Later, we will see some other templates, website templates we will design. Card design is very common actually. You see the websites like Amazon. In Amazon, you see these are all cards. These are the cards. In Amazon, these are the cards. These boxes are there, na? Those boxes are cards. So that is card actually. That is a card one. So here you see some image is there. This is the image. I will copy this. Save image as Amazon banner. Amazon banner I will save in our project location. What is our project? Shopping? Yeah, in public images, I will save Amazon banner. Okay. That is Amazon banner JPG file is there. That is Amazon banner. Under that, you can see some cards are there, boxes are there. We have to design these boxes with these images. Let's do one thing now. I will copy this. We need these images also. Save image as, this is add one. Okay. I need to save all these images. This is add one. So save image as, this is A1. This is accessories. Save image A2. I am copying these images. Save image A3 and save image A4. Okay, these 4 images, and here also save image. This is E1, that is electronics. I'm just saving image E2, E2, fine. This image, save image E3, and this image, save image E4. Okay. Now let's try to design a small screen environment like cards here. Let's do that. I will create a new HTML page. I will keep this as this is Amazon.html. Oh, those all images gone somewhere. This is in D drive, E drive. That is, I copied in E drive. Copy those images. Okay. All these images are copied into my project folder. Okay, right. Now let's design this. I will keep here a simple doc type HTML. I said here Amazon, and here I am adding header. I am adding a header. In the header, we will put an image. Image source is equal to, it is in images / Amazon banner.jpg. I will keep width 100%. 100% means browser width, fluid images. Okay. Now you see this is the header image. 100% that is the header image. Right? We are having that image here. Now in this, you can adjust the size according to your wish. Suppose I am defining as the width as suppose 150%, then you see it will zoom like this. So better always keep it into 100. That is 100% width I have configured for that image. Okay, now you see here below that we are giving a section. Okay, now you have seen the website, they have 3 cards na? Section have 3 divisions. So what you will do, div 1, this is one division, this is div 2, second division, this is div 3, third division. And what I will do here, these are the 3 divisions we are having. I will use a class called card. I am using a class called card. The same I will give for all the 3 divisions. That means we have 3 cards. 3 cards I am defining. Now see what I am doing here. I am keeping style. In the style, wherever card is there, card width I will give as some 300 pixels, right? 400 pixels because 1200 now we have to distribute. And the card height I will give as suppose 400 pixels. So 400 or 300. Okay, that is card. And card have background color as white. Card have padding as 20 pixel. Card have so box shadow. We learned box shadow. Box shadow suppose 4 pixel, some 3 pixel, 2 pixel, some gray. That is the box shadow we are having. Now these are the cards we have, and you can see we have the cards here. But all the cards are actually one below another. Generally they are one below another, all the cards. We will keep every card margin as 20 pixel. That means every card have some space. You see, 3 cards are there. We want these 3 cards side by side. All these 3 cards are present in section. What we have to do, section display. Display is what? Grid. And grid template what? Columns. How many columns? 4 fractions, 4 fraction and 4 fractions. Then it will display like this. But here the width is very much given here for the content. So you see, that is not flexible. That is the reason we will not use grid. We will use display. Display is what? Flex. That means it will be now like this. It will be flexible side by side. I will roughly, for your understanding sake, I will keep a border as 2 pixel solid, some black color border. That means it will keep a border like this. Right, we are having a border. Actually border is not required. Just roughly I am giving here. So because they have given shadow for that, right? Because so I will put a gray here. They given a shadow like this. Actual, I want this margin how much? 10 pixel. Then little bit space will come. Okay, I want these 3 cards to move on to header. That means the section I am giving margin top. Already it's margin top. I need to move above its top. That means minus 100 pixel. Then it will move top. I will move minus 200 pixel. Then it will move top. That means we have the cards above the image. That's what you see generally there in their website, right? That means it is above. So now in this, you have to put the content. In the cards, we need to put the content. That means I will remove the border now. You can see the cards will look like this. There is no border for the cards. We have just kept the card in this way. Now, in these cards, we need to display the content. Display the content. Already we know how do we display the content. This is one heading, am I right? I will put here. So here I will put here. So a heading. That means 3 divisions we will do. One division. So this is having a heading. And for more effect, because all headings must be same. Just I will use font. Face is what? Arial. And here I will keep that content. That means that is the heading defined here. So that is the content defined here. That means Arial spelling. Okay. Now it will keep the content in this way. Now under this, we want some image. Under that, we want some image. That means I will keep another div. In this div, I am adding an image. Image source is equal to images/ad1. Width is equal to 100%. 100% of that container. Height is equal to some 200 pixels. Then there will be some image here. We have that image inside it. Now we need to keep some content below. That means here we need to add one more div here. And we have to just keep font. And I will put bold. I will put more like this. Later we will keep images. Font face is equal to Arial. So Arial. And font color is equal to some blue. Like this we are defining, and it will be at the bottom. I can keep some height for this card. Every card needs some height, some 350 pixels height. Then card height will increase little. Then I can increase the image height also. Image height, I will keep it 250 pixel, then looks better. You can adjust the spacing and all, padding and all, and define that. That is how we need to define one option. Now, similarly, you need to design others. Now, others, you have observed here, car and bike accessories. Now, you observe here, this is second card. Same in the second card also, I will keep the same with the same type of heading. Okay. Because using heading will put a line break. I will show you how to do with CSS also styles. Then lot of headings, fonts will reduce. We will see that also. As of now, I will put this title. I will keep the title here. And I will keep this in the second card tab. Better in the second card, we have a div. In every card, you will have a div, and there you can keep. Now below this, I need 4 columns. I hope you can try now, right? How to define 4 columns? That means here you have a div. In this, we need 4 divisions now. We need 4 divisions. That means 2 columns. We need 2 columns. Then how do we define? In this div, this is one div, right? And this is another div. I can copy this. I can put this class as a row. In every row, how many columns we should have? 2. 2 columns you should have. Now you see here, the row, here we will keep one image. Image source is equal to images/ad1. A1. So this width is 100%. Width is 100%. Just I am giving width. Okay. Here in this row, this width is another A2. Width is 100%. And you can see 2 images will be like this. We need to keep these 2 images side by side, right? Side by side. That means what we have to do for row, I am using, suppose for row, I am using display as flex again. Then you see side by side will come. We need to keep some margin. That means for every div inside the row, some margin must be there. You can write like this: row, in the row, wherever div comes, we have to give margin 10 pixels. Then it will have some space. Understood? We have some space here. Now under this, like this, you need another row, right? I will copy another row and I will put it here. This will have A3 and it will have A4. And you can see the 4 images are there. Under every image, you can put some paragraph, right? You can put some paragraph. First image is related to, suppose, what is that image text we are having? Cleaning accessories. Huh? That means you have text. Oh, we have text as cleaning accessories. Tire and rim care. Okay. I'm just writing here. What is it? Cleaning accessories. Cleaning accessories. It will come there. So you can adjust the font size. Na? You can adjust the font size, then it will come, right? By default, some font size will be there. I will just put cleaning. Okay, suppose car cleaning, like this, I am defining. So here like this, you can put some paragraph related to all. I will post the paragraph. Here you can change the titles, huh? Different titles you can keep. That's how it will give. So some height have problem, right? Because according to the maximum card height available, you have to adjust. So card height is how much? Suppose 400 pixels. Later we will learn flexible, right? Like this. We can adjust vertical alignment, horizontal alignments, and we can define them. We will see accordingly, right? But this is generally same. You can design other also. I will copy this card. Where is it? This is in the section, second card. Na? I will copy the second card. Similarly, you have to add everything into the third card. Okay. Here we will change these images. I have actually E1, E2, E3, and E4. And here we will change some title. Title is nothing but electronics. So up to some 40% off something, and you will get this. So this is using images. We have designed this screen area. And we have learned how to keep the content over. How do we keep content in columns? How do we keep the images? You have to try such design, right? I will post this entire program into Classroom. You have to try this. Understood? Now, once we try this, tomorrow we will see one real-time website and try to design its screen. Complete template we will try to design. In that, there may be some animations. We will ignore them. Only standard pictures we will design. We will take one shopping site sample and we will try to design that with whatever we learned up to now. Right? That we will see in tomorrow's session. Tomorrow will continue. Okay. This example I will post into Classroom. You have to try. And tomorrow I will share the official Classroom link. Right? Because now registrations, everything finished. Now I will share the official link. Tomorrow in that link, I will upload one document which contains complete HTML tutorial. Whatever we are discussing in class along with examples A to Z, everything, complete HTML. One document will be there. Every day you can verify it and you can practice exercises from there. Okay, whatever we are discussing in class, I will post them. Along with that, one tutorial will be there. Tomorrow I will share that link with you. Okay, right.